Clarkston, Michigan, the greatest city in the world. It's the Jose Aliaga Show. Jose Aliaga knows everyone. Get to know him as he interviews some of the most fascinating people from the greater Independence Township area. And now, broadcasting from the studios at Clarkston High School, the home of the state champion Wolves, here's Jose Aliaga.
Welcome to the Jose Aliaga Show. Today we have a special guest. He's well-known in Oakland County and well-respected. He's the president of North Oakland Republican Club. He's very conservative. He also ran one of the largest page on Facebook, Waterford Then and Now, which is they have more than 7,500 members, one of the largest pages on Facebook. Also, he is a Oakland University graduate in history, and he's a president of a company called 5 Stars, which is a company that provides special services. And today we're gonna find out about that. How you doing, Greg Fogleman?
Good, good. How are you? Good to be back.
Nice to see you. Yes,
yeah, thanks.
It was nice to see you. You know.
Thanks.
Probably we want to know more about what your business is about. I know it's a good service, and then tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's kind of a one-stop shop. I try to think of it as for security and protection needs. So not only do we have products, but we have services. Products such as pepper sprays, personal alarms, and things like that. But we also have child safety things, home safety things, pet safety items, and so on. But we can also do services as well, such as camera and alarm installations, and then some deeper things such as background checks, drug testing, things like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Now, I see here on your business card says personal protection. What do you mean by personal protection?
Personal protection from the standpoint of the products that that people can use. Like I was saying, such as a pepper spray. If somebody's not comfortable carrying a pepper spray, they can carry a small handheld alarm that fits in their purse or their pocket, you know, and they're literally like the size of the palm of your hand, if not smaller, and hopefully just you know, ward off an attacker, but also bring grab the attention of people in the area. Say a lady's walking into the mall at Great Lakes Crossing, or Meijer or Kroger or something like that. You know, so so there are things that people can carry, you know, on themselves for personal protection. So it doesn't refer to personal protection from the standpoint of safety moves or anything like that. You know, people learning self-defense type of moves and stuff. It's literally products that they can use.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And what about, we have here, I have your business card here, home security. Home security.
Yeah, the home security, we can come in and we can put in home security systems, you know, that are monitored and so on, but we also have very, very inexpensive things that people can just do all on their own. Literally things less than $100, a lot of them less than $20. Simple door and window alarms that they can put in the house that have alarms built into them that will hopefully ward off somebody who's trying, you know, to break into the home. And they're extremely loud. They're, you know, 120, 130 decibels, sometimes even higher.
And for example, if someone who lives in Independence Township decide to go to a trip, a couple of weeks to Europe or someplace, and they leave the house alone, this is the type of system that will protect the house, that will help someone, that if someone want to get in the house, some stranger person will prevent. But this is also something that be connected to the sheriff department or something like that?
Oh, you could, you know, sure, you could have a system put in, just as any other, you know, alarm company does, and we do have people that do that. So you can do that. But if you if you wanted to spend less, if maybe you didn't want the expense of a monitored system, there are very inexpensive alarms that you can put in. Ones that will stop a door from opening. They also they have, and I think we're going to look at that in just a little while when we look at some products. But just things like that, window alarms that will go off if the windows shattered, not shattered, but yes, shattered, but shaken, in any way. So again, they're not monitored types of things, but again, they have alarms built into them that will hopefully scare off anybody who's trying to get in. So
now, what do you mean by GPS tracking?
Well, GPS tracking, you can get real time, GPS tracking, which a lot of trucking companies have and so on. But what we really specialize in are what are called passive loggers. Those are ones that are not being read real time. Those are actually put on the vehicle and then they are retrieved after a few days or a week, however long that they're on there. And they have USB plugs literally right on the device, and you just pull the cap off and you plug it into a computer and it pulls up a whole report of where that vehicle's been for all those days. It just runs on batteries. It's not 100% waterproof, but I've never seen one get ruined by water at all. And they just stick underneath the vehicle on the metal, and then they print out a report and they show exactly where it's been, how fast it was going, and some other nice things. And it's way inexpensive, or way less than expensive than doing a real-time one.
So this is for what kind of customer? Like for the private sector, for someone that owns a trucking company, or different businesses?
It could be, and I'll give you a good example. I know somebody who owns a UPS store in the Chicago area, and they contacted me a few weeks ago. They believe that one of their employees was using one of their company vehicles for things that they shouldn't be, personal use or whatever during the day, and they actually purchased one of these passive loggers to put on the vehicle to see where it's where it's going, and in that way it's way less expensive for them than putting a real-time device on there that they're paying for a constant service. So and then also parents use them for their teenage drivers. Unfortunately, they do get used in spousal situations, that type of thing. So there's many different uses. So.
I see. Which is important, when your employees to put extra miles in the car or put in race or something else. And yeah, that's actually a good idea to keep tracking. Actually, in the township, we have something similar.
Sure.
Yeah. Now you have here also child safety.
Yep, yeah, we have some child safety items. We have some internet safety software where you can see what your child is doing on the internet at all times. It will actually send you reports instantly. It logs, it's a key logging device where you can see everything they're typing, the passwords they're typing in, and so on. But also things such as little wrist, we call them child guards, and the one that I have is it's a Panda. So the child thinks that they're wearing like a watch or something neat. Well, what it is it's actually a GPS type of device, and the parent or grandparent or whoever is holding the transmitter, and the child can only get so many feet away before that device goes off. And I have we have a lot of parents who are interested in those who maybe their child has special needs, autistic, Down syndrome, and so on, and they don't want that child getting too far away from them in the store. So things like that for the child, and also pool alarms. There are pool alarms that actually sit on the edge of a pool and drop down into the pool, and if the water makes any type of waves or whatever, it reads that and it sets off an alarm. So maybe you might have an in-ground pool in your backyard, and you're concerned about children or whoever wandering back there falling into it. That alarm would go off if somebody falls into the water.
Oh, that's very. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a neat device.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that have a swimming pools here in Independence Township. I believe this product can be helpful for them. And what about just a background check?
Yeah, we can do very detailed ones, or we can do very basic ones. The ones we do the most of are pre-employment. People are looking to just check into who they're looking to hire, and so they ask for a relatively simple background check. That's the most common.
Oh, good. Yeah. So you offer that. That's a good service to offer.
Sure.
I know we have a lot of businesses here in Independence and in the area that will need those businesses.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
we do like maid services, for example, like Molly Maid, paving companies who need to have their drivers tested, and things like that.
Now, Greg, when you say investigate services, what do you mean by investigating services?
Investigative services. I am not a licensed PI myself. I do have PIs that I refer work to. So I can only do things to a certain extent, such as like bug sweeps of homes and businesses, checking for cameras and listening devices, and so on and so forth. So, but I do have very, very good licensed PIs who I can actually put you in touch with, and if you need anything in depth, such as surveillance done, or anything that is required to have a license.
Right. And now, what about audio and video recording?
That's a big part of our business.
Okay.
Digital voice recording, and I think we're going to look at one of those in a few minutes too. Here in the state of Michigan, as long as you're a party to the conversation, you can record it. And so, a lot of people want that need. They have it for different legal reasons, because of domestic issues, employment issues, things like that. So we do have digital voice recorders with voice activation, and you can have them in your pocket, and nobody would know. And then also, the digital voice recorders that we have they're not the same thing as when you go to, say, Best Buy or Radio Shack and just buy one out of the box or whatever. They look very similar and they do the same things, but ours are also MP3 players, and they come with the gadgets to record your cell phone calls and your landline calls as well.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I know we have some pictures here, and very soon we're gonna show to the public. For example, what is that, Greg?
That's called a screecher. Mace brand actually makes that, and it kind of resembles a pepper spray. But as you can see in the picture, the person is just compressing the red cap right there. There's just compressed air inside of that, and when you push down on that red cap, it just lets out a very, very loud noise. And it's just a personal alarm that you can carry on yourself. And the nice thing about it, the question I get about that one all the time is it one-time use? No, it has many uses in it. So you hold it down for about 1 second, and anywhere from 20 to 30 uses inside of it. So yeah, very popular item.
Oh, really?
Very popular.
What about, we have, I think, another picture there we're going to see. Yes. What about that?
This is another personal alarm. This is one that people can carry on themselves, and you pull the pin. As you can see in the very top of it, there's a little hole there. That's because the cable that you see there plugs into it. And when you pull that pin out, it lets off an extremely loud alarm. That light that you see on there strobes, so that really stands out. And you can also use that light as a flashlight. Say you're getting into your vehicle or trying to get into your home at night and be able to see. But the really neat thing about that one as well, that has a metal piece that was hard to see in the picture that separates, and you can actually use it as a laptop or window alarm. And the reason why is because it clamps shut. So let's use a laptop, for example. You can slide it inside your laptop and close it down. Well, if anybody opens up that laptop, that thing's going to separate and the alarm's going to go off. So
I see.
Yeah.
Well, what about, we have another picture there, and if you can tell me what is that?
This is called the super doorstop alarm. This is great for people who travel, who stay in hotels, or maybe live by themselves, maybe a single woman, or whatever. It looks kind of like a regular doorstop, but it has traction on the bottom of it, which you can't see in the picture. And if anybody tries to open a hinged door, it's going to stop it. So you would put that behind the door, and nobody can get in. But if it hits that metal right there, the door as well, again, a very, very loud alarm will go off. That's even louder than the other personal alarms. And there's an on and off button on it too. So if you didn't want the alarm to go off and you just wanted to use it as a doorstop, you can turn the alarm off.
Oh, that's really good.
Yep.
Now, here in your card it says something about camera and alarm installation.
Yeah, we can do more advanced camera and alarm installations if people wanted to. If they didn't want to try to attempt to do something simple, like some of the products, we can actually send somebody out to the home or the business, take a look at it and see what their needs are, and do something even more extensive. 4-camera system, 8 camera, 16 camera, or whatever the case may be. Monitored alarm system with safety buttons underneath the counter, in a business, things like that.
Now, Greg, you talk about here you do drug, DNA, and paternity testing.
Yeah.
So how is that? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, I'm actually, myself, what I do is I'm certified as a breath alcohol technician and a urine specimen collector. So I do those, and then a partner of mine is trained in all kinds of other things. So he does DNA and paternity testing. He can do hair follicle testing, all kinds of things. So we can do on-site testing in our office that we use in Troy. We can come to your location. We actually do a lot of testing for the railroads and go and test their people, because they're a Department of Transportation, so they're on a random, just like any trucking company may be. So they're on a random basis, and so we're hired to do that type of stuff as well. We can get you kits if you're concerned about maybe possible drug use in your home. We can help you out with that. With maybe like a 5-panel test, which test 5 different drugs. We can do 10-panel tests, which do 10 drugs. There's numerous different things we can help out with. So,
yeah, that's very helpful for parents or people that need services for sure. Now, what about this next picture? We have next picture right there. What about that?
Well, it looks like a lipstick, and it's a lipstick case. But as you can see on the one in the hand, the lid's off of it, so it's actually a pepper spray built in there. So it's a neat little thing you can carry around in your purse, and everybody thinks you are pulling out your lipstick, and you're not. You're looking to protect yourself.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah.
That is very small, very convenient for someone to put in the purse or even in the pocket. It's really really small, really nice.
Yep, they're really neat.
Yeah,
they're really neat.
What about the next picture?
Also a pepper spray. This is a private brand that we have, so it actually costs less than the Mace brand. These cost about they cost a few bucks less, basically than your Mace brand, but it's just a private brand through one of our suppliers, and pink, blue, black, and red are our colors. The pink one's definitely the most popular. Ladies really like the pink. I would say black is the second most, but pink is definitely the most popular. So
I see. Yeah, but the colors sometimes people depends, who they are. If they were black or
everybody
pink.
has a preference, just like with clothes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, Greg, what about the next picture? Can you tell me more about that next picture?
Yeah, this is a really neat device. This actually does multiple different things. This can mount in your car. It's called an emergency signal light. Now, you can't see in the picture, but it has 2 tiny little metal hammers, little points on the side of it. If you were to get into a car accident, or maybe roll down the hill and into a creek, and you're stuck by yourself, and you can't get out of your vehicle, you can actually use this device to break your window to get out of the car. And then also underneath 2 areas on there, and you cannot see those 2, there are blades underneath there, and you can actually cut your seat belt. So if you were stuck in a car and you could not get your seat belt undone, you can actually grab that and cut your seat belt as well. So and it also has a flashlight in it and a flashing light to try to catch people's attention maybe as they're driving by down the road. So it's an excellent device. It does many different things.
Oh, that will help. That will help a lot of people. Now with the road conditions and everything, I see a lot of people get in accidents.
Yep.
Yeah, that is very difficult, because when you get an accident, the first thing you want is get out of the car, because it's as quickly as possible, because you don't know who's coming after.
Yeah, and if you get in an accident, you never know what's going to happen with the equipment in the car, or if if a seatbelt's going to get jammed, or anything like that, whatever. And what you do is you can actually mount that on your dashboard and have it nearby in case you were to need it. So.
Exactly. What the next picture, Greg? Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, this is the passive GPS logger that we were talking about a little while ago. So you just it has a magnet underneath it, very strong magnet, and somebody can place that underneath the vehicle wherever there is metal, and it has a USB port built into it, and they can just plug that into the computer and read it, and they'll run for quite a few days. It just takes a couple of I believe it's AA batteries that go in there, and yeah, it's a really neat device, and also you can actually rent them if you don't want to buy one or don't feel like you don't want to keep it forever. You can actually rent them as well. So.
And I can see that all your products, most of it are very small, so it's very convenient to you can keep it in some place.
Yeah, they don't take up space at all.
Yeah, that's really convenient.
Correct.
Yes. I would like to see what about the next picture is. What is that?
That's our digital voice recorder that I was referring to earlier. What's nice about that is able to keep costs down because there's no brand name on there, such as a Sony or anything like that. Whatever. Not that that's a problem, but these are neat because, like I said earlier, they are they are MP3 players. They record over 800 hours of audio, and again, they come with the gadgets to record your cell phone calls as well as your landline calls, and so. Very, very deep, nice, very small, fit right in your pocket. No one would ever know you have it. So
I see, Greg.
Yeah.
I see. Very, very good products and good services that you offer to our community. And I'm pretty sure today a lot of people from Independence Township and Clarkston area is going to be contact you soon. So now, if somebody want to contact you, we have your website there?
Yeah, I believe we have their website. Yep, 5starprotection.com, and hopefully everybody notices that there is a dash between the 5 and the star. So yep, 5starprotection.com, and that actually takes you right to the product page on there, and you can see we have over 500 safety items available to people, and obviously we just showed you a few today. But yep.
And do you have a phone number or something?
Yeah. If anybody wants to write it down, I don't think we have it on the screen, but it's area code 248-787-5554. And that's you can call that number at any time. So.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. No, I'm pretty sure a lot of people after they see today's show is going to be calling you or contact you to the website, right? They can email you through the website? Okay.
Yep.
That's good. Good. Well, thank you.
And we're also on Facebook and Pinterest and Twitter as well.
Oh, you're on Facebook.
Yeah,
What's your Facebook page? So 5-star or?
Yeah, if you just go to facebook.com and search 5-Star Protection, we're on there. I don't know what the exact URL is, but yep, we're on Facebook and I'm sorry, not Twitter, but Instagram and Pinterest. Instagram and Pinterest. Yes.
Very good. Really good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Greg, for coming today and share with us your services, because that's very important for safety, and I'm pretty sure the residents for Independence Township will gonna be contact you soon. And good information. I didn't know some of these services and equipments are very, very important.
Most people don't know a lot about it, and so I got into it back in 2006, and was working with a PI in his PI and security business, and he had decided to also get into the retail realm and start offering products to people, and he started doing that shortly before I joined him in the business, and so I spent a few years with him, and I had a lot of retail experience in my background and helped him build that part of the business while also helping him run the security business, and just really fell in love with the products and being able to help people. And we had a shop, and people used to come in and tell their stories, and they were looking for help, and it was nice to be able to help them, and so now I do it. Now I do it myself. So
good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Greg. Thank you so much for coming to the show and show us all your services and devices. Well, thank you. And thank you all of you to watch today the Jose Aliaga Show. And please, if you want to be in the show, call us at, or contact us also in Facebook, the Jose Aliaga Show on Facebook. And also, my phone number is, or the cell phone number for the show is 248-736-7163. Thank you, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.